What's up, guys? I'm here back showing another mask from my collection. Shadow Puppet Collections recently posted a video on his Batman Cowl collection, so I decided to add another video on my YouTube to showing off my one and only Batman Cowl. Let's take a look at it. This is an original sculpt. It's not like from any movie mold or any lineage to any Batman cowl, but this is an original sculpt from a guy on eBay. I recently looked up Batman cowls on eBay and I can no longer find his listing, so I don't know if he still makes them or what. But I got this. He listed them for about $100, but I did the buy it now offer and won the mask for $85. So this is pretty good cowl for $85. Not the most high-end, most high-quality cowl out there, but for the price, you really can't beat it because it has the whole entire head, has the neck, the full entire neck and shoulder pieces. So for $85 you get an entire one-to-one life-size cowl, and it's based off of the cowl seen in Justice League. It's not, the sculpt is not accurate, but it's still a pretty good rendition of the Justice League cowl. When I got this cowl, it did come with one flaw in the cowl. I don't know if I can show you in the camera, but right there, can't see it. Really can't see it on camera, but it did come with a wrinkle, and I couldn't get that wrinkle to come out. So the downside is when I wear this, I let it look down or move my head, it'll bend right at that wrinkle. So I gotta be careful. So when I wear it, I have Velcro on the bottom of it. And then I also got my Batman suit it's been a work in progress for a while, but it does have Velcro on it. So when I put it on top the torso part of my suit, it will stretch it and Velcro. So stretching it out helps keep that wrinkle from bending inwards, but that's the only real flaw that this mask came with. Now, as far as the mask itself, the rest of it is decent quality. It's cast in about like a gray color, like a dark gray latex, and then he painted the outside to a black, but the black finish on this is okay. It's not the best because if you look closely, the camera really can't pick it up. Like from far away, you really can't tell, and even on this camera, looking up close, you really can't tell. You can see it a little bit, like right here, where he didn't coat the outside of the mask evenly. It's very splotches on it, where you can see the original latex color underneath. But if you really think about it, it adds a cool texture. It makes the mask look weathered and textured. So I really can't complain. It looks cool. Because this is like again, like I said in my other videos, this is a higher end, independently made style kind of latex. So it's the stretchier, more elastic latex. So I gotta have to keep this. This one has to stay stuffed in order to keep its shape on display. This is not result of poor casting, not result of thin casting. It's because of the style of latex used on this mask. If you use the right latex on a mask, you don't even need a slit. This does not require a slit. It goes on just like a urethane cowl. So one more gripe that I have with this mask is the back of this right here. When I'm wearing it, it will do this. It'll bulge out considerably and it'll look horrible. So, like I said, this is a nice mask. The quality definitely exceeds the $85, like I said, but it's definitely not the level of, let's say, a $200 cowl. It's not as good as a $200 urethane cowl, but for $85, it really does the part for a Batman cowl. So I'm going to put this on and show you what it looks like worn. I've got to take the bags out. There we go. Show you what it looks like worn. I do have Velcro up the back too. So, and the cape that I have also has Velcro, so this cowl stays in place. And keep the cape in place, the cowl in place, because when I wear this, when I move, it tends to do this when I'm wearing it. As you'll see me put it on. Alright. course, anybody who's put on a Batman cowl knows the struggles of putting this on. So give me a couple seconds to put it on. Let me adjust it a little bit. Sit where it should. There you have it. Alright, let's see, when I start moving around and bend my head, move my head, this lifts up. That's why I got the Velcro were attached to the suit part of my costume. Now you can see as I do the 360 spin, you can see how the back bulges out more than it should. Take a look again where it bulges out in the back. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. I can't tell because I can't see the back of my head. But I can tell, I can feel it, and I can also, I used a double mirror to able to see the side view of it to be able to tell that it bulges out a little bit more than it should. This is the cowl, and because of Shadow Puppet Collections, he inspired me to buy more cowls and get a bigger Batman cowl collection. But unlike his cowls, he collects urethane ones. I'm not a fan of urethane at all whatsoever. I prefer latex cowls. The reason why I bought this one is because it's latex. Because latex even though latex doesn't have a permanent shelf life like urethane does, but latex is definitely a better material for a Batman cowl, in my opinion. Because urethane, if you get a rip in urethane, there's no stopping it. It will rip. It will rip right in half. You can't stop a urethane rip unless you massively reinforce it. But latex, you can fix a latex rip. And latex can sometimes also be more elastic. You can stretch latex more too compared to urethane. The thicker you do a urethane cowl, the less it has elasticity. You can say the same thing about latex, but it's not as bad as urethane when you thicken it up. It really definitely loses its elasticity. It's not very elastic. But you can see how stretchy a latex cowl is. See how much it stretches? You can stretch it. It's also stronger too. Less chance of it ripping. And like I said, if it does rip, it's easier to repair than urethane. Show you how well it stretches. And then I'm going to take it off and show you how it stretches while I'm taking it off. When I take this off, I grab where the mouth opening is at and I pull right over my head. It slides right off because I think latex is so much more comfortable than vinyl because of that, because of this. And it comes right off. But I honestly, because I can't find him on eBay anymore, I honestly don't remember his username or the company, or I don't remember who made this cowl. Let's take another look at it before I end this video. And again, this is an original sculpt based off of the Justice League cowl. I originally planned on doing Ben Affleck, the Dawn of Justice version of the Batman costume, and then because of course all the cowls were over $200, I'm like, that's expensive for a cowl. On top of having to pay for accurate bodysuit, which is over $1,000, it was like I can't afford to go all out on each piece. So I came across this, even though it's more Justice League style than Dawn of Justice. It was similar enough for me to use this on my Dawn of Justice costume. Right now, the Batman costume I'm working on, it started off as just a generic custom build, and then I decided to move on to Ben Affleck, Dawn of Justice, and I never have yet to go past the cowl for the costume. This is the only piece I acquired for my Dawn of Justice costume, but I eventually plan on doing it. Eventually, but it's so expensive that it's just hard to happen. Because I got so many other projects and props and costumes I want to build and collect that my Dawn of Justice costume became low priority. But eventually I do want to do it because that's my favorite Batman costume, and Ben Affleck turned out to be my favorite Batman as of yet. It used to be Michael Keaton, and then Ben Affleck happened. So there you have it. Take another look. The sculpt on this is very, very nice. And like I said, the quality is very, very nice for the $85 I paid for it. And being latex is not, the casting doesn't keep its shape as well as urethane does. It's a more floppy, it's a more of a floppy elastic latex. So I gotta keep this stuffed to keep its shape on display. Right, so there you have it, my Ben Affleck Batman cowl made out of latex. Bought off eBay for 85 bucks. Can't find the seller, so I can't remember who he is. So there you have it, and I will talk to you later.